Most anglers pack way too much and end up overwhelmed, or they pack too little and wish that they had that one piece of gear on the lake. Today, I'm going to break down how to travel light on the lake without leaving crucial gear at home. This is a minimalist approach that keeps you efficient, organized, and ready for any situation. So stick around. This episode's for you.
Welcome to Stillwater Edge, the ultimate podcast for stillwater fly fishing enthusiasts. I'm your host, Greg Keenan, and in each short, action-packed episode, I'll share expert tips, essential techniques, and clever tricks to help you elevate your stillwater fly fishing game to the next level.
Welcome to the Stillwater Edge Podcast. I'm your host, Greg Keenan. Today, let's get to it. So I've learned the hard way myself that hauling every piece of gear you own onto the lake does not make you a better angler. It truly doesn't. In fact, it actually usually slows me down, and I'm sure it'll slow you down as well. Today, I'm going to walk you through a minimalistic approach to a packing system that's going to ensure that you bring what you need and you leave behind what you don't. In full transparency, I fished with a lot of people and they come for a guiding trip with me or something like that. And I swear to God, they've brought every single piece of gear they own. I don't know why. It's just one day on the water. I mean, we don't need 40 indicators, but I actually have had clients do that when we're going to go indicator fishing. You don't need 40. If we're going through 40 indicators in one session and an 8-hour or 16-hour session, there's something wrong here. So there's little things like that that are going to slow us down, 10, 15 tippet spools. So let's look into it this right now. Let's correct it because I got a system that's going to work for you guys because I employ it myself. And that's what I want to get to. So number one, the core principle in multi-purpose gear. So multi-purpose gear is key. So what can you duplicate or get rid of by doing one thing? So for example, because I primarily fish from a boat, I got rid of all my fly boxes. I used to have like 10 fly boxes. And now I have 1 or 2 boat boxes, which are the large MFC boat boxes. I swear by them, they're great. They got rid of so many like half full boxes or a NIV box or a dry box, all that sort of stuff. By going to 1, it is really, really effectively streamlined what I want. Plus, I went through that box when I was loading it out, all the other boxes, and half the flies that were in there were either junk or trashed or the thread had broke down, and I got rid of them. I didn't need them. I don't want them. I gave them to my kids, right? So those are one thing. Having a versatile leader setup is another thing that's going to save you. So if you are fishing, let's say you're fishing tips, okay? Fishing sink tips and having that tip, having on the end either tippet ring or a little barrel swivel, you only need to bring the tippet because the chances are that's where it's going to, if you do break off, that's where it's going to break. Like I'll bet you that's where it's going to break is at that point. So you only need 18 inches more of tippet. So you don't need to bring an entire leader system, right? So again, packing effectively, right? So you also bring the type of tippet you need. So what I'm trying to say is like, if you're going to use 5X, right? If that's your go-to, why are you bringing 3, 12, 49, whatever? It doesn't matter, man. Like bring 5X. And bring enough of it. That's all you need. So that's one thing I want to show you. Another tip that I do is a top box. So this is what I do for when I have like float tubes. So if you're going to go float tubing or pontoon, or if you're going to fish from shore, right? My boat box isn't going to be effective. It's too big. It's too bulky, all that sort of stuff. So I've created from my old boxes, boxes that are going to work for there. So what I did was I picked my top flies. So that really narrowed it down. So your chironomids and your small nymphs, they totally cover like 70% of what I need, right? Then it's leeches, scuds, attractor patterns, and then my dries and mergers from there on in. By creating these smaller slimline boxes, I've got everything set. Like you're so set on the water by incorporating it in some key, like really there's like 10 patterns that are going to produce on still waters. There's variations in colors, but still, seriously, that's like, if you put those flies in those boxes, I'm going to do another show on that one day, but let's do that. And then that is really going to cover you in every situation without the extra clutter. Essential gear. Let's talk about it. Like if you're going out, you only need to bring 2, maybe 3 packs of leaders. You don't need to bring 40. You don't need to bring 10 packs of leaders, right? It's just way too much, especially, again, if you're carrying that or you're in a float tube where space is minimal, right? It's like real estate in a float tube is king. When you have a big John boat or you have a big guide boat, it's a bit of a different situation. But real estate, there's tippet spools. I've been guiding and someone's brought like 13 tippet spools. How much tippet do you think we're going to go through in this trip, right? quite frankly, I provide all that. So I'm like, why are you bringing it? Leave it in the car. We don't need it. Indicators. Another guy about 40 indicators. We don't need that. We need 2, right? There's only fishing 2 rods. And those indicators will last all day. I can guarantee it. So again, split shots, swivels, all that stuff. Put it in a small container. You don't need the big packets that it comes in. This just keeps you super streamlined and effective. It's a great way to look at things. It's huge, right? It's a huge thing. Tools. Another one. How many hemostats do you need? 5 or 1? Because I only have one hand. One hand's going to hold the fish. One hand's going to do that. So these are just things I want you guys to think of, aware of. However, I'm going to state this. Nippers. I do have two. I actually have 3 pairs at all times. And I just you know why? Because I've lost them. They fall overboard. And it sucks when you lose your nippers. So I have one good pair in my pocket all the time. And then I have a couple pair distributed in certain areas within my boat that just live in bags within my boat. Never leave until I need it in an emergency situation. I will say that. Landing nets. You only need 1 landing net. If you're fishing with a buddy and you both have a net, one guy nets, one guy fishes. I don't get that. I have literally seen 2 nets in a boat, and I don't understand that. Again, real estate in a boat. Let's make it comfortable. So by forcing yourself to pack accessories into one small pouch, again, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't come. That was my theory. Especially when it goes for clients coming on boats with me, or when it goes to the flow tubes. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't come. So it really forces you to think, what do I need, right? If you, again, the pack or the bag rule. So if you're going to be fishing from shore, or you're going to be packing in a flow tube, how much do you think you can carry? Especially if we got to walk a mile or half a mile, whatever. I don't want to carry all that. I don't want to make 2 trips. I want to go. So if it doesn't fit, it doesn't come. So keep that in mind. If it doesn't fit in that bag for your accessories, it just doesn't come. So I got a quick pre-trip kind of checklist here. Before I want you to ask yourself these questions. This is questions I do, especially when you're building boxes and stuff, is do I have flies that cover the bottom, the mid-depth, and the surface? If the answer is yes, you're good. Do I have the right leaders? Do I have the right 2 tippet spools, right? If I'm fishing 3 and 5X, perfect. Do I have those 2 tippet spools? Yes. Why am I packing my 6 and 4s and 12s? You don't need that, right? Do I have the right tools and the right net, right? Again, I've talked about the right nets. If you're from a pontoon boat, why are you bringing a longer handled net as opposed to a shorter net? All those little things. Do you have your license, your water, your safety gear? If you have all that, you're good. Can I carry everything in one hand? If you can do that, we're good. Or on your back, you're good. So that's basically what it is. If you answered no, right, then you know what I mean? You're packing too much. Think about that. Really simple. Traveling light doesn't mean leaving essentials at home. It means being intentional with your gear so you can focus on fish instead of clutter. Keep that in mind. That's all this show is to do, is just try to bring that down and declutter. We don't need 2 nets in a boat. But if you are new to Stillwaters fly fishing, check out my free learning section on the Stillwater Edge podcast. I'm building it right now. I'm uploading blogs constantly, guys, to pump out more content for you guys. And it's at thestillwateredge.com. It's packed with lessons to get you started right away on the right foot, as well as links to back episodes of the podcast, top performing episodes, checklists, free guides, everything you guys can think of that I can give you with more of my time to make sure you're better Stillwater anglers. I'm doing it. That is my goal. That's my mission. I feel like that's my purpose. And that's what I want to do. But if you also want to book a trip with me and have that one-on-one experience of us on the water, and you don't need to bring 40 indicators, check it out, Stillwater at thestillwateredge.com. Again, there's a booking there. Spots are filling fast for next season in 2026. I'll say that right now. Spots are filling fast for the prime times. So that's April, Mays, and Junes. Those are filling fast. But if you want to get out there right now. Do it, book it. Let's get you on the water. It's more of a learning session, which will be great. So as always, guys, I love it. I'll see you guys on the water.